Y'all killing me with this.
So this one, I'll tell you why I found this one so interesting, is because they end up finding a post that Hila had posted on Instagram, right? Where she had talked about how one of the artists that she was about to potentially collab with on Teddy Fresh, all of a sudden, just in the last couple days, sends her an email and goes, hey, look, I apologize for this, but like I can't be associated with your company. I hope you understand. I appreciate everything, but we're going to have to part ways. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. Right? Now, she loses her goddamn mind. Mind you, there was no context. They're going to show the email. No context in the email. All he said was he can't be associated with your company. There could be a million reasons why. Immediately, Hila goes to point out that she thinks it's because she's Jewish. Because her and Ethan are big old fat Jews. That's what they think that this is for, right? Now, my suspicion might be it's because Ethan just got done having a very public crash out where all of the internet is talking about it on a very divisive manner. Something that will divide people. That's what the word divisive means. It means it's to divide. It's a very divisive subject. It will divide people. So he's talking about a very divisive subject. He drops his crazy ass content nuke, and he's on internet crashing the fuck out left and right. Everyone's talking about it. So people that want to, potentially work with you guys, they might see this as like a PR nightmare. That could be one issue. It could also be the fact that every other goddamn week, employees from Teddy Fresh are talking about how it sucks to work there. The place has got bad workplace practices. Hila's a fucking cunt to work. This, that, and the nine. Maybe it's all starting to catch up with you. But for some reason, these guys are blaming anything that happens on anti-Semitism. Like, they're worse than Democrats blaming Trump for shit. Like, the grocery store runs out of milk. All of a sudden, it's Trump's fucking fault. Somebody's grandmother dies of heart disease. Trump's fault. Like, everyone wants to blame this guy. Now, he's starting to make some crazy moves. I got a video I might show you a little later. So it's not without, merit completely. The guy's a nut. But you can't blame him for every little thing, right? And that's the same concept that they got going on here. Every problem in their goddamn lives, they attribute to anti-Semitism. Ethan stubs his big fat Jewish toe. And the chair was anti-Semitic. Now, watch.
Hila sent a message, wanted you to see this Instagram post.
Let's see here. I mean, the artist I wanted to collaborate with decided I don't want to be associated because I'm Israeli.
Now watch. Look, that was Hila's caption. Now what does the email say? I'm reading this. For those of you just listening at home, I'm reading this word for word. This says, I'm sorry. I can't be associated with this company. Thanks for your consideration. Now, unless you are a complete and utter monster, you would not take this as any other way than the most anti-Semitic email that the world has ever seen. When I read this, I legitimately thought Hitler himself had rose from his grave to write this goddamn thing. This is the most, you might as well have signed it with the big K at the end of it, That's how bad this thing was. As a matter of fact, I don't think that there was a single word in this email that was not anti-Semitic. Now, you would see how fucking ridiculous, even you listening understand that I'm doing a bit. It still sounds fucking crazy, right? Because it is. There's nothing anti-Semitic about this. You could chalk this up to anything. One of the many examples that I just read off before we started watching this clip. So, right out the rip, this guy is almost like justified in him not wanting to associate with the company because these two are automatically taking this as the most malicious threat and they're taking it to the furthest extreme.
Here's a quote. Sorry, I can't be associated with this company. Thanks for considering. I followed them for years, always supported them, and I have an ongoing painting of his at my house. Wait, what the fuck? Who's she talking about? When we talk about how serious the rise in anti-Semitism is, this is why it's scary for us. It's now so casual to just not want to associate with an Israeli just because I was born there.
Again, nobody said anything about being Israeli in that email. Nobody said anything about being Israeli in that email. So, right, I just got done giving you that Trump example. Everybody blames this guy for them catching a cold, right? So Hila just did the same thing. She just blamed this random artist for being racist, for being anti-Semitic, because he just simply doesn't want to work with her. Now, Ethan's about to do the same thing by blaming all of this on Hassan. Okay.
And I mean, I didn't know she posted this, but it's not just her. I mean, this is happening to Israeli artists. There's like a popular Israeli musician that we follow who's like pro-peace, totally like modern leftist, only just Israeli. That's it. They were born there. Their parents were born there, all of her tours are being canceled because she's Israeli. I mean, that's just not normal shit. And this is the result of Hassan's type of activism, where there's zero space. Forget nuance. I mean, it's like they're just all or nothing. Like, I mean, that's just not how the world works.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think it was possible to blame Hassan for this one, but yet here we are. So now watch this. This guy, he's about to call Hila. Just to ask her if it's okay for him to out this artist. See, so again, proving the guy's point that you guys are probably people that he doesn't want to get in bed with. Like, if you're already calling the guy a racist for not wanting to work with you, now, like I said, I'm about to hit play on this clip. Ethan's about to call Hila to ask her if he's allowed to out this guy on air for whatever potential backlash for him to get over this situation. So you're proving to this guy that, like, okay, well, if I wasn't going to get into bed with them for being Israeli, if I wasn't going to get into bed with them for the Teddy Fresh shit, that would all be enough right there, right? Now you're giving him this point to where, like, he's going, man, I really dodged a bullet. Because if I would have worked with them for, like, years and trusted them, and they knew all this shit about me, whatever, the second I would have crossed them, they would have tried to destroy my life. Like, you legitimately proven this guy's point. So now watch. Ethan's about to call Hila to ask her if he can out this guy, right? But not before talking a little bit of shit beforehand. Come on, this is H3.
I want to show it. Let me ask Hila. There's more stories. Can you open it? I don't know if I'm even logged into Insta.
Oh,
There's an album.
There's an album.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put it together.
Thank you. And I mean, this isn't the first time this has happened. There's been people who are like, we've been working with who just like suddenly will ignore. Like, there's someone who we worked with who they just stop responding to you. And while they're totally active and working on other people, like a deal you've already worked out and you're planning on, and then they just ghost you. And it's like, it's pretty obvious why. Needless to say, I'm taking...
How's it obvious why? How? How is it so obvious? Unless, I get it. You can kind of put stuff together. But to take it to that extreme, like, just because you don't get something you want, to all of a sudden take it to the extreme of saying the person on the opposite side responsible for it is a racist, an anti-Semite. You can't, in the public business world, you cannot just fucking throw these phrases around. And they come out of Ethan and Hila's mouths every fucking day. So you have to, like, call a spade here, guys. Like, anyone who has any type of, like, business admirations, they have a company that they're trying to get off the ground, they're an artist who doesn't want to be, canceled, quote unquote, so people don't stop buying their stuff. These kind of people, they want to maintain like a certain status quo with their public image, with how they conduct themselves and stuff. So they don't want to associate with people who get into internet fights every other fucking day. That's kind of, and you guys are almost like a liability. Think about it. Think of all the lists of sponsors that will not work with you guys anymore. just because you guys can't maintain a relationship with anyone, you know? So it's not obvious. It's not. If anything, it'd be more obvious for the fact that you guys are just like literally two walking ass liabilities. That's it.
Taking down his art today. Not sure what to do with it. How do you think you are morally above us all when you're just judging people based on where they are from? You were fucking lucky you were born in America and you get to fucking sit there and judge people who had no choice where they were born, whose parents were born there. You dumb scumbag. You are morally lucky. That's it. You have no hard decisions to make. All you get to do is fucking parade around social media and act high and mighty. What a scumbag. What a scumbag, man.
See what I'm talking about? That's exactly the type of behavior that I'm talking about. If you really were worried about working with this guy, like wait until you hear Hila when he calls her. She's fucking devastated. She's crying her ass off. It's obvious that this working relationship meant something to her. So you sitting there again, proving this guy's point by calling him a scumbag the second that you guys don't disagree on, or the second you guys disagree on something. You can't agree on working together, right? He sent you an email with no malice behind it, or no animosity behind it, no hard feelings behind it. Thank you for your consideration. Goodbye. Very, very polite email, if you ask me. That's the politest way to say that you're breaking up with someone in the business world. So, right out the rip, you're proving him right by sitting there calling him a scumbag and shit. Like, it's fucking crazy. Now listen to this guy. Listen to Hila. It's actually crazy. She picks up the phone. She's fucking devastated, bro.
That's it. And you guys have had a relationship. Like,
now let's go back a little bit. I want you guys to hear the beginning of the phone call. Listen to this.
He's somewhat known, right? You guys know who he is. I've never heard of him.
You don't.
Oh, I can hear myself. Should I out him, Hila?
Hila wants to make sure everybody knows it's not Alex Pardee.
Thank you for saying that.
It would never.
Alex is a king.
It's not Alex. Yeah, no, Alex is a... should I out him?
It's not Alex Pardee. He's a saint. He's the best person.
Yeah, Alex is a sweetheart.
I don't know is it morally okay to say who he is. Whatever you guys think, I don't care.
I mean, if I say who he is, it's probably just get a bunch of snarkers buying his art, but I don't care. People should be... I think people should be... I mean, listen, it's not right. So... It's kind of up to you, though. This is your field.
I don't know.
Maybe just don't. You always can later. Don't make an emotional decision, is my advice.
What a fucking rude... What an asshole response to... Like, it's almost like he's... Yeah, and by the way, like, he doesn't even dignify you with the response of, like... It's like, no, I can't fucking be associated with this company. That's it. And you guys...
That's the nicest way to say that. That's legit. I mean, like I said earlier, it's legitimately the nicest way to break up with someone in the business world. That is the nicest way you could do it.
Have had a relationship. Like, he knows you.
I'm just annoyed because it's not the first one. There's another person right now that is doing the same thing to me. Somebody that I'm already working with. So... I don't know. This one really got to me because I have his art at my house, and it's like, what the fuck do I do with that? I appreciate the art. I don't want to destroy it, but I also don't want it here.
Can't support him.
Now watch this. Hila's about to, again, blame Hassan Piker for this. Like, this is wild. Watch this.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that all that happened. It's just fucked up. It's just so fucked, dude. There's nothing else to say about it. And it's just so fucking disgusting. And this is the result of this activism that this is the result of Hassan's activism. This is what it resounds to. Alienation, hate, racism, and zero fucking progress for people in Gaza. Zero. I mean,
he actively didn't help make sure we don't get Trump in office. So
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
No, I hope he's happy with like Trump Lindia that we're gonna get there.
Listen to this. They're blaming Hassan for this artist not wanting to work with them, and Hila is now blaming Hassan for President Trump getting elected. Give it up for H3. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. It does not get any better than that. That is actually insane.
And hold my fart like a bong rip.